Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here, and we are back for some more Skylanders Trap Team Villainography. This time we are taking a look at the likable Shield Shredder. I have had Shield Shredder since before the game came out, but he was just Riot Shield Shredder, the at the time exclusive to E3 thing. There's been a couple people I know personally that have actually gotten a hold of him from GameStop on the pegs. It was all special circumstances. I guess managers were sent them somehow. Some of them, if they didn't want them, or they're like, I'll let my customers have a shot at this, put them on the pegs. So that was a cool story. But Riot Shield Shredder, just kind of like the alt deco, if you will. Shield Shredder himself, memorable battle, cool looking character. If you actually take the time to kind of analyze him here, you can kind of see why they would pick him over some of the others for a special deal. That's what he looks like when he jumps. He was captured in Chapter 9, I guess we should say that. Of course, he is a life element villain. One way you can note that, his primary attack is what I dubbed the Shield Dash. And if you watch it from the backside, well, I swear there was a time he was putting out some green aura that looked like the life element. I guess it's only when he's hit things is when that happens. Now you can kind of see the green I was talking about. Like it's really weird because if I let that slow down and stop, it's like back to that kind of like, propeller rainbowy steel color, and then if we dash around, there's nothing going on. It's still the same color. But as soon as I start contacting this dummy, the damage is going to be 114, 171. But note that it starts to turn green. And then we're able to actually, once we've hit him several times, which is really hard to do, it's not the most accurate attack, then I can kind of do that like longer dash, and you'll see like the leaves come out the backside. So that's the key to that, but that's kind of a cool little touch there. And that longer dash is quick, and it's got greater reach than the standard attack. But that said, he's really hard to showcase to you because you're either looking at his face or only at the shield. Speaking of that, his secondary attack is what I call the Shield Slam. I wasn't quite sure. I kind of wanted to say something like Shield Wall or Blade Wall, but it's an interesting deal, and I'll show you why. It strikes me as a defensive deal because you come in, and of course you can be over here and kind of hiding from enemies. I don't know if it does damage if they were to like run into the blade. I don't think it does, but essentially, I mean, you could hide back here, maybe have Broccoli Guy throw a spell down, and then switch to Shield Shredder. You could slam this down and hide back here while the timer refills. I don't know what you would do really, but it does occasionally do damage. It's quite hard to place it right. It's pretty tedious, as you can see. It doesn't have, what's weird, it has no those are huge blades in the ground, which looks really cool, but you would think that like the area in between them at least, we'd have like a circle of damage, but that's not the case. It has to be like a direct hit on the dummy, which we finally got right there. So 282 is your standard on that, and then 423 is actually the critical hit. I know because I have seen it. And it's kind of a cool looking attack, and then I like that it's defensive, and you can go back here. It looks like you can actually shoot through those, so that's pretty awesome. But you get the idea. I mean, it would be pretty effective. Obviously your enemies can't go through it, but you can get your shield through it. There's kind of a look at the green. I was hoping he wouldn't dash. I want to show you the shield a little better, hopefully before he does some dash. There you can kind of see the green, and then if we dash, it sort of burns it out. But, a little bit more complex than you might have thought initially. So that said, that secondary attack is kind of like Dreamcatcher's little dream claws. It's very hard to actually line it up where it will do damage, but it does, and when it does quite significant damage. Only issue now, of course, is just you got to set it up and make use of it. So that said, he was captured again in Chapter 9. His quest is kind of close to the start of Chapter 11, I think. I'm actually going to head there and I'll find out. It's been a while since I went through it, but I'm going to redo it. So, that said, as always, thanks for watching. Check back here shortly. We're going to check out Shield Shredder's quest, and then we will take a look at his evolved aesthetics, and most importantly, the evolved attack damage. So stay tuned for that. Alright, hey everybody, Villainography here. It is time to do Shield Shredder's quest, where it literally at the start, you spawn like right here. There's chaos up ahead after you bragged about, this Willikin deal, but if you come this way and drop down, we can actually grab this stuff. I think it's the first door there, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure that's right. Okay, that was pointless, but it's that first one. We got hung up there. Nitro is slow because she has no speed boost. But we'll head over here, and it's literally the start of the chapter. It's so convenient, super easy. You just get within a certain range. You can see the purple arrow, of course. Somehow we fit in, even though we dwarf it. And we got to deal with these guys. So let's talk to them.
Shield Shredder, you here to make special noise so our band sound good?
Sure.
Isn't special noise wonderful? Make our music sound much better, and now you get special surprise. Left and right and left and do it.
Okay. Quest complete would be banned. Oh, what does he look like? Gold? I guess he got gold in case. Very hard to see him in here. It's not one of the worst upgrades I've seen aesthetically. I'm trying not to listen to the Willikin guys. Yeah, it looks like his wood kind of just became golden, so I don't have a problem with that. There's a primary, secondary, and again, then you can kind of, I don't know if you heard that sound. Now the video's done. So yeah, we will actually check out his damage numbers back at the academy, so stay tuned for that. And I will progress back through here. I think Scrap Shooter is up next, and then Dreamcatcher, if I remember right, it's towards the end. So that's it. This was Shield Shredder quest right there. So very easy to get to, very, very start of chapter 11, and all you have to do is show up. So pretty hard to screw that up. Stay tuned though, we'll take a look at his evolved attack damage numbers and aesthetics in the brighter light of the Skylanders Academy. Hey everybody, Villainography here. Had some serious issues, could not get Dreamcatcher's quest to work, but the good news is Shield Shredder and then of course Scrap Shooter are in business here. So Shield Shredder really is one of the first characters that I didn't just super object to, and that is rare, but I will take it. So basically he looked, where you see the wood on him, just put that across the way just like you see there in his artwork in the left hand corner. Now he's just kind of, the silver has become gold, which again I personally prefer silver, but there have been pretty much every evolution has been egregious in my opinion, and this one is not that objectionable. So I'm gonna cycle over here to Trap Team Villain Attack Damage and Shield Shredder. With his shield dash he was doing 114 to 171. Again, that's what the shield dash looks like. It kind of gets more lifey as you go. So 114 to 171 has become 149, and that will require a critical to be seen. 223. So 149 to 223. That's pretty salty damage numbers there. Then his shield slam, which again that's kind of misleading, but it's kind of a defensive deal. I'm a pretty big fan of it. 282 to 423 is what it did. It's very hard to line up, but that's what it looks like. You can hide behind it, and then what's cool is the shield will actually shoot through it. So let's see if we can get a hit. That's the toughest thing to do. 360. Wow, we got that lodged in the air. That was sweet. That'll probably like 1 in a million on that. That was really cool. I've never had that happen. And as you can see, it's quite finicky in terms of actually generating the damage. You can stand in the exact same spot, and it just doesn't happen. I say that, now it does, but we should see a critical hit here because I don't know if they're going to round up or down, so I can't do the math. 550. Alright. So 367 to 550, that is some astronomically high damage. And the coolest thing about it, though, is you can set it up. Let me get a little closer. A little closer. You can set it up, and then I can come in here, and as you can see, we can hit the shield through that. And then again, you can still see the life element. As we hit this, it gets greener and greener and greener. And then eventually, if you've spun it up enough, you can do like a prolonged dash like that. So that said, that is it. He has no tertiary attack, of course. He's not a Doom Raider. He does have the Riot Shield Shredder. That was the one I got at E3. And then couldn't even literally do anything with it all because it didn't have traps on it. That's kind of cool. But like I mentioned, there have been a few people that found him. I think he's easily more obtained across the seas. There's a good chance he might become, you know, like a later release or packaged in some deal. So keep your eyes open. It's not that big of a deal, especially when the evolved forms are usually less desirable, in my opinion, aesthetically than the stock form. I do prefer stock Shield Shredder's looks. Obviously, I prefer Evolved Shield Shredder's attack damage, but I have to say this is not horrible. Do I prefer stock? Yes. Would I prefer to have stock with these numbers? Absolutely. But, I mean, the gold kind of blends with the wood, and while I prefer the silver personally, it's more like the industrial mechanical feel. This is not that bad. The blue is also kind of a nice touch there, but that is that. This is Skylander's Villainography for Shield Shredder. Let's see here. He was captured in Chapter 9. Of course, he's a life element villain. His quest was Chapter 11 of Willikin Workshop. Basically, primary went 114 all the way up to 149, and then his Shield Slam 282 to 367. So max damage evolved, you'd be looking at primary 223 on the critical side, and the secondary attack 550 on the critical side. So that is that. I will piece this together. We will get it up. If you take those links at the top of the video description box, you can go to my site or the Skylander Club Forum. Each one you will see the video. It's only going to be one. I'll compile all this together for you. And you will, most importantly, though, also have access to the nifty little spreadsheet where I outline pretty much everything you'd want to know. We got Shield Shredder, what I named his attacks, and then most importantly the attack damage number. I also include the capture chapter and the quest chapter for your convenience. So be on the lookout for that. Again, oneofwisdom.com or SkylanderClub.com, links at the top. Make sure you are subscribed. If you like the channel, leave a like, tell your friends about it, have them subscribe and do the same. You can follow me on Twitch where I live stream Skylanders Trap Team. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thanks for watching. For myself and Shield Shredder,